Oh my god.
I mean,
I'm so angry for this guy.
That would be the
and
ultimate.
at this guy. Like, what are you doing, guy?
Ultimate
What are
backstab.
you doing, guy?
He got backstabbed.
Welcome to YouTube's favorite K-pop show, DK News. Danny Kim.
David.
Lots and lots of
Hot ass tea.
First off, Twice shows nervousness during their encore performance at M Countdown and Inkigayo, and netizens criticized Twice and JYP.
Why?
Because they were nervous and they were not very good.
Okay. Black Swan's Hemi has fraud accusations from a Mr. A.
Oh no. And last but not least, China is pissed again, this time over pandas and Blackpink. And on to the first news. Twice shows nervousness during their encore, and netizens are mad again. Twice has been doing great as always with their latest album, Eyes Wide Open. Great album, by the way.
Can't stop me.
However, some criticism arose once again for their unstable vocal performances during the encore of their title track, I Can't Stop Me. After they win, you know, they do the encore performance. It's more of a fun thing, really, but the group was struggling throughout the encore performance. Even Nayeon, who is usually a very good vocalist, was struggling to hit the high notes. The members just seemed really nervous, and we can see they were not having their best days on stage.
I can understand they're traumatized from last time.
Right. So, in their defense, they may have had some technical difficulties because you can see them repeatedly trying to get their mics working. I don't know. I honestly don't think... At one point, you know, Nayeon was trying to fix her wireless receiver. Also, we do have to take into consideration that encore performances are not actual performances, but just a for fun finale. However, regardless, they just showed a lot of nervousness all around. You know, I don't think the technical difficulties were the key problem here. Actually, during their last comeback, more and more, they also had similar criticism, and this had seemed to be getting to them because they look now extra nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, more and more, they were also nervous.
Yeah.
You can see them because, like, there was a very viral clip of Momo singing very out of key, and then like everybody started making fun of them. So I can see why they're really, really,
They're traumatized.
stiff. Yeah,
of course, they've seen the hate comments. And
right,
all
of
those.
course.
Yeah.
Now, many Korean netizens were saddened by Twice's lack of confidence shown on stage. I'll read some comments. Jihyo and Nayeon are carrying the group, trying to keep it alive. Encore stages should be happy, but they look like they are at a funeral. Their faces are just frozen. And someone said, I feel sorry for the fans. They worked hard to get Twice the win, but the group was nervous and wasn't able to have fun. It must hurt them to see Twice like this. There's a reason why Jihyo's voice stands out. She is confident, and I think if the other members were as confident, they would get better results. So there's some constructive criticism there. Yeah. Now, there were also some criticism regarding JYP giving Twice such a high song. It's very high-pitched. This commenter said, if they had a controversy like last time, JYP should have pushed back the comeback to train them more or had lowered the key. They did not look happy despite getting first place. I do think the song was a little bit out of their vocal range because actually Nayeon said in an interview she had to lie down on her back to record her part because it was so high.
Wait, does that help though?
I think it opens up your vocal cords,
okay.
You know what I mean? So I think it does help you get...
She recorded like this.
Like lying down. Regardless, at the same time, their lack of confidence, I think, is probably still disappointing to many watching, considering that, like, they're veterans, you know, of this industry. They're 6 years into their career.
They're the national girl group.
Yeah, they are one of the most popular artists in Korea, period. So do you think the criticism towards Twice is fair?
Yeah, anybody can criticize them, but no hate. Like, why would you hate on Twice?
I don't think a lot of people are hating
You
them.
said people are mad.
That's not hate. That's just criticism.
I feel like they were, first of all, initially traumatized by their previous controversy.
Right.
And then they saw so many hate comments that experience just came back on the stage. And that's what you call trauma. So I guess that's like a vicious cycle. Their confidence is down. They're nervous. And, you know, they don't want that situation to happen again. But it happened. So,
yeah.
I mean, they're going to get more traumatized. But I just hope that they can, you know, as veterans and as the national girl group, they can step up from this. And I know that Nayeon and Jihyo,
Zooey.
Nayeon, Jihyo, Jui, everyone has the abilities. We've seen them hit the high notes, and we've seen them in good condition before. So definitely everyone knows that they have the abilities, but sometimes they're like in and out.
I mean, I like this Twice song.
Yeah.
So I was personally kind of disappointed that they would not be able to sing it during the encore performance. If they had confidence and they sang bad, I think then people wouldn't be as harsh of a critic. But because they look like they just can't wait to get off stage, I think that's kind of I'll use the word unprofessional.
I didn't get the impression that they wanted to get off the stage.
They did.
No, I just felt
they just looked traumatized. They want to get out of there as fast as possible because they know that
they want to get out of there. They're just like scared.
They don't want to be there.
They're scared.
Like that. That's like
no,
not.
It's not them not wanting to be there.
I mean, like in that situation,
they want to perform, but they're
but
afraid of the backlash.
Right, exactly. So that's why they don't want to be in that situation. And
I don't think that can.
I understand like their trauma, and I think they should have taken the time to fix this issue out. I feel they maybe did a comeback too fast, because if this issue isn't fixed, then I feel like this is like in the realm of professionalism. Encore performance it's like a fan service, right? To the people who, you know, have helped them get first, and it's like a party moment, but they're like, no, I just like don't want to be here. So I feel like if they're not ready for this, I think they should have perhaps delayed the comeback.
I disagree because I think that's kind of a too harsh statement. What really matters is if their performance, their real performance of I Can't Stop Me was fine, it was okay, then like that's being professional. So I don't think we should grade them or evaluate them based on the encore stage. And we have a perfect logical stream here, like them being traumatized in the past. So I especially don't want to be too harsh on them today, because actually breaking news, Jihyo and Kang Daniel broke up reportedly by Dispatch just right now.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be too harsh on them.
So here's the thing. What should they do in future encores, like of I Can't Stop Me? Because I'm sure this song will have more wins to come. This is just the beginning. Mm-hmm. First of all, it's too high. You can't drastically...
I mean, if the main stage is okay, I have no problem.
No, but they will get hate.
Either it's these random haters that are just watching it just for the sake of hating. So, like, I don't think it matters that much.
Because they're gonna be traumatized again and again. I can see, like, their confidence going, like, you know, off of a cliff on those stages. You know, you said Twice is traumatized. Yes, and it's gonna put them into a deeper and deeper hole. So I don't know what they're gonna do. That's my question. Like, what are they gonna do now?
Well, they'll try their best.
Okay. Next news.
I think everybody should root for them. Like, seeing traumatized people, you know, rather than saying, "Oh, that's a too high song," you know, JYP did that and this. Next time,
I mean, it is like, I mean, it is objectively high.
Yeah, okay. Like
we can't change the fact that the song is too high.
If it's just general criticism, it's okay. But I feel like everybody should just give them a warning.
On to the next news. Speaking of being pissed, China is pissed again. This time over pandas and BLACKPINK. So China seems to be.
Did I hear pandas?
Yes, getting panda more and more into the K-pop world as Chinese netizens expressed anger and concern towards a teaser clip of BLACKPINK's online show, 24/365 with BLACKPINK, which was made public on November 3rd. So on November 3rd, the teaser clip was uploaded, and it shows BLACKPINK visiting a Korean theme park and touching baby pandas. In the video, the group took care of pandas under the supervision of zookeepers. Upon seeing this video, Chinese netizens accused BLACKPINK of touching pandas with bare hands while wearing heavy makeup. They stated that the makeup could startle and possibly hurt the pandas, you know, because of the chemicals inside. And touching of pandas by non-professionals, like non-trained people with no gloves, is illegal in China, as it could possibly give the pandas diseases. Fun fact. Pandas are considered China's national treasure under its law, and after they are of a certain age, they must be sent back to China. Did you know that?
No.
So
I knew they were endangered, though.
Yeah, but like China technically owns all the pandas in the world, even if they're born overseas.
That's interesting. Like they own the genes, the whole species.
Right. Wow. They own the species. So if they are of a certain age, regardless of where they're born, they must be returned to China.
That's
so,
interesting.
so initially I thought like, what the like this panda was in a zoo in Korea. Why are they giving a shit? And then I realized,
They have ownership. Oh.
they actually own the pandas.
Okay.
So yeah, you could say that China technically owns all the pandas in the world as they will be returned to China at one point in their life. In Blackpink's defense, they were wearing masks and gloves in most scenes except for one, at least the one that I saw. Regardless, YG put out an announcement saying that they have decided to postpone the release of the full panda video, the panda episode. And they also assured the readers that Blackpink was under full supervision of professional caretakers of the pandas, and they took all disease prevention measures when touching the pandas.
Oh no, I just hope that the caretakers don't lose their jobs.
I don't think China has that much
I feel like
influence
they
over
do.
the zoo. Maybe it does. Yeah. Now, after the outrage, Koreans were pissed at China because this is our fucking zoo. Yeah. And they dug up photos of Chinese people holding pandas with bare hands. Professor Seo Kyung-deok, a famous scholar of Korea, uploaded a picture of the Chinese NBA star Yao Ming holding a panda barehanded. I mean, if Yao Ming can hold a panda barehanded, then I mean, like,
Blackpink just touching them.
Yeah. Like, he's literally like cuddling. What's more ironic is that this picture was believed to be taken at an event taking efforts to prevent panda extinction. So at an event where they're like, oh, let's prevent panda extinction, this guy is touching a panda bare hands. Many Korean netizens have expressed concern for YG and K-pop in general as more and more companies and artists are influenced by Chinese public opinion. A week ago it was BTS and the Korean War. Now it's Blackpink and pandas.
Oh, no.
What's it gonna be the next time?
That's why I always said we need to become independent from China, like from their influence.
Do you think the Chinese netizens were fair to call out Blackpink?
Well, scientifically, and it's good facts to know about that. I didn't know that they could get infected by like bare hands and stuff.
Right.
And they're endangered.
Right.
So I'm all for that cause. But at the same time, like Yao Ming did that too. And and Blackpink, they were under professional supervision. They didn't know better. And like they have no fault. So I don't understand the cancellation on Blackpink themselves. Like, if it's anybody's fault,
I just think people are just mad at the situation.
I feel like this is blown out of proportion as well, but I'm not trying to neglect the animal, caretaking rights or whatever. No, like this is way too much. It's just an attack on them.
Unpopular opinion. Here we go. Most Chinese outrage. I'm like, what are they talking about? This is one of the first times where I'm like, oh, okay, maybe they do actually have a point.
Oh, really?
We have to think of these pandas as not, just like simply animals in the zoo, but they're China's national treasure. Just think that you have this national treasure of Korea, that's in some random ass country, and then some pop star from that random ass country starts like touching the national treasure without much care. And I know you guys are gonna say like, oh, Blackpink, they had supervision, and I honestly think like Blackpink probably didn't know.
Yeah, Blackpink has no fault in this.
I don't think YG probably didn't know. Under their law, like they can't touch the pandas bare hands. And actually, I found out that like if the rules are broken, that China has the right to take away the pandas. Okay. So technically, like you're essentially touching like China's national treasure property. Property. That's kind of weird to say for an animal. It's China's animal, so I understand the outrage.
In a general perspective, I feel like, they just touched a panda. They have the right to criticize that and point that out, but them canceling Blackpink, that's not a logical flow.
Who do you want them to cancel then?
The zookeepers?
Oh, so you want them to lose their jobs? Is that what you're saying?
Just kidding. I'm just saying, like, they can say, okay, pandas are extremely, sensitive. They are endangered, so do not touch them with your hands. Like, they can use this situation for that, but, getting outraged over a certain subject here.
I have zero knowledge of pandas, so I'm not gonna speak out
mean,
on it.
if I
like,
did-
like it could very well happen that like your makeup or your hands
Yeah.
really f up the panda's immune system and they f***ing die
Yeah.
or get like corona.
Yao Ming was holding him, the panda with bare hands. If I didn't hear that, I would be like, oh, maybe they did, kind of do a really bad thing. But, Chinese people and their national NBA star.
Okay, Yao Ming is like God.
Yes.
Yao Ming is like...
Oh, so he's a god, so he has a right to touch panda.
Yes.
Okay,
Yao Ming is like Mao, but Yao Ming is a god in China, so he can touch anything. And that's it for DK News today. Please go to patreon.com/DKDKTV. Should Yao Ming be able to touch pandas?
I think nobody would come to our Patreon to hear that.
Also, we're gonna have some updates on Hemi, the situation.
Definitely. And I have an interesting topic. aespa has been going full on Avatar and AI, right? But apparently, JYP started investing in Zepeto too.
Again?
Yeah.
Like YG, Big Hit, now JYP.
Except SM, all the big four are starting to invest on Avatar. So that's an interesting topic.
Okay, we're gonna talk about AI, avatars, patreon.com/DKDKTV. It's the after show where you can talk with us live. The time is here below. Oh, and before we go, I have an album out. Go check it out. Link up there. It's awesome. David dances in it, in the music video.
What?
Yeah, you do.
Did you use my footage without...